In this episode, we pick up from the previous video showing how to take the bouquet that we made there and turn it into a high-end design worthy of your Thanksgiving table. I have linked that video below. Okay, so if you saw my previous video, you will have seen that I made this flower arrangement. It's basically in a 12-inch cylinder. I purchased these flowers from the grocery store, and they're very inexpensive. So try to make sure that you frequent your florist and use their services. However, this is for the budget-friendly person, and with the holidays coming up, how wonderful would it be to show this beautiful design in the center of your table as your guests are about to enjoy the food that you have prepared. There are a few things that I have that I'm going to use for embellishment. I purchased these. This was $6, and look at how many stems I'm able to use. What I'll be doing with these is I'll be putting them around this as a base so that the flowers have a beautiful kind of collar to lay themselves on. Don't be afraid to use items that are not fresh when you're using fresh flowers. It's okay. And the great thing about that is you can take them and reuse them. And one of the things I'll be doing in future videos is showing you how to design artificial flowers. One of my favorite things to do. So I'll be showing you some of that. But this arrangement can be very affordable, and you can do it, anyone can do it with just a little bit of instruction. I'm going to remove some of the embellishments that I put in the floral design that I did in the previous video. One thing to let you know, I am going to be doing some live webinars to show you how to actually design some flowers. And I also am offering one-on-one coaching sessions so that I can show you step by step and instruct you how to actually put those flowers together for your event, or maybe even you're going to try to do the flowers for your own wedding. I can show you how to do some of that. And the best way to do that is one-on-one coaching. I'm happy to provide that service for you. So again, click on the link below. And if you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. This will allow me to bring you more content for you to enjoy. When you purchase the flowers from the store or your farmer's market, or even, online, and when you take them out, first thing you do is you prepare them. So you want to cut them, you want to take off some of the loose leaves, things like that. So like I said, we're going to try and arrange something around the collar of this design. But what I want to first show you how to do is to anchor this. A lot of the time when you are you're having some sort of gathering, say you got kids running around, things like that. This could be sort of bumped and pushed around. It's doubtful, this is kind of heavy, that it'll fall off, but the last thing you want is your beautiful arrangement to fall on the floor. So I'm going to use a tape that we use in the florist community to actually tape this down. However, you don't have to have this tape. You can actually use like a Scotch tape, but keep in mind, Scotch tape is not going to really adhere to this particular part of your the floral block. But that's okay, because basically all you want to do is to make sure that it goes over here and attaches to this base, so that when it's pushed around, it's not gonna really shake. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'll do this live, of course, but I'm going to speed it up because I don't want your video to take too much longer. So hang tight, watch me while I do this. I want to stop this for a second and show you, I did not use these scissors, even though they were close to me and easy to hold. These are floral scissors, shears. I always make sure that they are sterilized before I use them on any fresh flowers. If you don't have these, it's okay to use a regular set of scissors. It's okay. Just make sure that they are sterilized. So I always rub some alcohol along the blades before I use anything to cut my flowers. Okay, now this is anchored and I'm ready to start designing. I'm going to start with my items that are not fresh flowers. And we're going to just do some inserting along the base. Don't be afraid about your placement. You'll get used to doing this. When I'm designing flowers, I just sit back and play some music, have a glass of wine. You know, it's a relaxing thing to do. All right, so when I had this arrangement before, this was the size or the length that I had this flower. Now, because I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter, I'm going to actually remove some more of these leaves because I don't need them. And again, try to keep it at a minimum when it comes to how much you're going to take off, because you can take off all that you want, but you can never put it back on. So you can keep taking it down. Now see how much I have here of stem. I don't need that, and I certainly don't want to put that all in my very valuable little brick here, which, by the way, the bricks aren't that expensive, and they're really great to have. If you can manage to do that, please do. It's so worth it. Now, a lot of times if I had something like this and I had some fillers like a fern kind of a flower, I would really kind of take this and drape it all around as like a full collar. I don't have that right now because I am trying to be on a budget here. But if you're going to purchase flowers from a website or something like that, you can purchase individual kind of greenery. So any kind of a green filler, like I said, a fern kind of filler or eucalyptus or something like that, you can use. And I would get enough to kind of, you know, really fill in quite a bit. I don't have a lot to fill in here, but that's okay. I've got quite a bit of flowers to be able to actually make this arrangement to where I don't have any real gaps like what you're going to see right there. Okay. Being respectful for your time, I am fast forwarding through this. However, I wanted for you to see just how I am inserting the flowers, even though the segment might be muted. So I'm looking and I see that I've got pretty much focal flowers left. So what I'm going to do is take some of these, fill it in a little bit, and then I'll add the focal flowers kind of like on top. Okay. So you can see the collar that I have going on here. One of the things I did is, as I was inserting pieces into the collar, I tried to make sure that I was hiding these strips of tape because you don't want to see the tape, okay? So when I did these flowers all around there, I went ahead and finished that, and then I added some of the baby's breath to actually go in right by the actual strips of tape. This is the time to kind of stop and make sure you know how much you have left, because the last thing you want to do is keep building kind of around the collar and then like not have anything for the middle. So take stock in what you have and then start moving into the upper portions. As I said in my previous video, don't ever throw flowers away. Now this guy is a little bit delicate in the stem. Just be aware of that so that you don't push too hard. And to make sure you're not pushing too hard, make sure you grab the base of it as you're going in. So you don't have like this much and you're going in, because then it'll break. Plan, plan, plan. When my family moved down south, which is where we are now, from the Midwest, because I'm a project manager, I put together a whole project plan and said, here's the timeline of when we have to do certain things in order to move in the least disruptive way, and put together that the timeline along with, you know, different tasks that everyone needed to do and what time they needed to have them done and blah, blah, blah. And I put it on the refrigerator. Well, those of you who are project managers would be laughing right now because, you know, that's just what I do. And my family just looked at it and went, are you out of your mind? I'm not going to follow that. Oh, well. All right. Love it. Okay. That's our basic design. Now we're going to embellish this. What I'm doing here is inserting lily grass. They can make some really fun designs. I'm gathering the ends and pinning them on top of each other and then inserting the pin into the foam block. Look at that beautiful design. Can you imagine that on your table at Thanksgiving? It's beautiful. And all this was a bouquet of flowers that I got at the grocery store, a couple of things from the dollar store. These 3 were $1.25. This, like 4 of these, were $1.25 total. And a couple of these were, the whole stem was like $5 at Hobby Lobby on sale. So don't be afraid to do this. It's fun. And just think of like how accomplished you will feel knowing that, oh my gosh, I actually did that and it actually looked okay. You know, it's all about enjoying the moments of your life. And what more would you want, right? I am happy that I was able to come to you tonight. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And I encourage you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Like my videos. It helps me to be able to bring you more content. Thank you. It was a pleasure being with you tonight. Have a great evening. Enjoy your flowers and be blessed.